Okay, my name is Tashay. What did you ask where I live? Oh, how old? Okay, I'm 10. I live in Soweto, Meadowlands. I just moved a few weeks ago. And then I go to Laer School, Radebe Primary.
I'm Lindo, I'm 14. I go to De La Salle Holy Cross College, and I live in Roodepoort.
Yo, I feel so old now. Hi, I'm Dumi. I'm 21. I go to the University of Johannesburg, and I live in Auckland Park. But I live in the east of in the East Rand in Kempton Park.
My mom inspires me because she cares about me and she actually does something good and she's kind-hearted. So that's how I want to be.
My RE teacher, I feel like she's not as judgmental as you expect Catholics to be. So she, if you're doing something else, no, no, if you don't believe something, she'll understand and she'll help. If you lost, she'll help you. And
for me, strangely enough, it's still my mother, because you sometimes don't understand what people do for you at a certain point. So when you grow older and then you just think, wow, this lady, maybe she would have wanted to pursue other things, she didn't for me. So the thing that inspires me is her strength and the things that what she's put behind me going to school and getting educated. So now, no matter how I look at these big other stars, oh wow, that's so creative, you're dope, fam. But there's still a person who drove, who allowed me to see these things, who put work in for me to be exposed in that environment. That's the person who inspires me.
I don't get that they always shout at you for some small things. If you dropped a plate, they'll be like, really? You know how much that was?
I don't get how they shout at you for what other people are doing. So you'll have other teens drinking and stuff, and you'll have your mom. My mom doesn't do this though. You'll have your mom who's like, oh my word, why are you guys always drinking, doing things that you're not supposed to do, and things like that. Meanwhile, you're not doing the things that others are doing.
For me, getting older, I've become more understanding to some of the things my parents actually say to me now. It actually makes sense when you call it adulting, when you start to go through things yourself, when you realize being broke is real now. So things like that make you understand some of the things my parents used to say to me. I'm more sympathetic to the things they say. Maybe there's something I don't understand is how they shut down creative aspects of things. They want straightforward things in a sense. So things that are abstract and what is no go. How are you gonna make money off that? So
My parents try to protect me from chilling out with friends maybe on a Saturday because they don't trust friends. As I said, they can influence you to do bad stuff and then you might just go crazy sometimes.
I would like my parents to protect me from hearing all these bad news of the world, with Parliament and all these bad things, because it really because when you're small you don't actually realize it, and when you get older it's actually quite it makes you sad to hear that all these things are going on. When I was younger, I didn't know about presidents and things like that, and actually what happens, and with social problems and things like that, and race problems and things like that. And as you grow up, you're oh my word. So I just wish they protected me more from that. Not that they don't, they just don't, enough.
For me, I think my parents sometimes felt they're protecting me from living. In a straight say me just in a black home, you must be home by 6. You must I wasn't allowed to go to have sleepovers because you don't sleep at people's houses. So these things were whoa, now you don't even know why you can't sleep at people's houses. Yeah, you just don't do these things. Also I feel my parents they protect you too much from living. These things you need to experience, especially in the world we live in now. You need to have an open mind about how things work. But now your mindset is closed off. Now when you finally leave home and go to varsity, you're scared to do the most basic of things because my parents said don't do that. Or you go opposite and you go crazy. And then now you're a drunkard because you've never went out in your life before. Things like that, yeah. for me, before it was like, oh yeah, growing up, I'm going to varsity, first year, second, now I'm third year. Now I need to start thinking, yo, I need to get a job now. I need to start making my own money. So these pressures start like weighing heavy on you, and you start like juggling, and you're not that happy. You're just feeling pressure out of everyone. Your parents looking at you like, so what are you doing next year? Like all these questions. People have expectations of what they want you to do or how quick you must rise. So that's like decreases how happy you can be. Yeah, for me.
I think you actually realize what your parents do, and you doing that, you're like, oh my word, I can't handle this. So like, I think that makes it decrease.
I think it's when your friends try to influence you to do something that you don't want to, and then you're like no, and then you don't have friends and you're lonely. Now you're walking around like a mad person, and then people start looking at you weird, and it's not cool.
Yeah, just to actually add on to that, I think, well, I'm also still in my 20s, believe it or not. So I think the happier, I'd become actually more happier if our government or our political structure was well structured. You know what I mean? I think that will kind of like give you more hope as a young person. You know that when you finish school, there are certain things put into place for you to actually jump onto new jobs or new opportunities. But you see, we're at a state where it's discombobulated in parliament. It's bad here, so it's one of those things. You know. So yeah, I think that will also kind of like change my happiness here and there.